Welcome back to Football Fun Dates and to this special preview Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur. We have Alok and Abhishek, not the one from Football Fun Dates, the other one from India Spurs. Also, both of them are part of Mumbai Spurs as well. It's so good to have you gents here. We'll get straight into this episode. Firstly, it's a very fiery fixture. Of late, Mourinho and Ole have been at each other's throats in the press conference. It's good to see a bit of that. I think the with Frank Lampard coming in and with Klopp and all, it's become quite cold. So I'm really loving that. The fire's there before this fixture. Apart from what happened in the transfer market for both clubs at the opposite end of the spectrum, Alok, let's start with you. What do you think about this fixture as a Spurs fan?
I've never been so confident going into this fixture before, especially like you said, Mourinho, Ole, what's happening off the pitch, and the transfer window. This has to be our best transfer window under ENIC, and the kind of signings that we have done. Some signings we have them under the nose of United, so there's this we have to rub in for United as well when we play the game. So yeah, I'm quite optimistic about the fixture.
So Abhishek, what about you? This is obviously your first time on the show. Thank you so much for being here. Since and you started supporting Spurs to now, Spurs versus United has not always been like a friendly fixture for you guys. Where is your optimism coming from for this fixture, apart from the transfer window?
Uh, Mostly it's going to be because of the signings that we have done and the recent form that we have shown. Not so much against Newcastle, where we were okay. I mean, we could have done better for sure, but yeah, I mean, off late, with all these games that have been happening, one after the other, we have shown some good heart going into everyone. So I think overall we are pretty confident in that regards. I feel that the team is doing well. They're gelling well together. What happened last season to us was very difficult time for to be a Tottenham fan. But yeah, as Alok also mentioned, we are really optimistic. Going into this fixture, and hopefully it will go in our favor. Even last season when we met last, I think it was a good game overall, a one all draw that took place. But yeah, I mean this time we are a bit more confident with the side that we have.
Abhishek, very well said on Tottenham Hotspur. And, Tottenham Hotspur's been a club that I've been following closely, not as a supporter, obviously, but I've always found that, as a United fan, Tottenham Hotspur and United have very similar styles. And the way that they play football, I've always thought was very, very similar. What I mean by this is attacking, entertaining, counter-attack football. They've always had a flair for playing good players. Tottenham especially have always been the kind of team that have had flair players in them, right from the time of even the not so well knowns like Aaron Lennon. They've always had teams that have been very, very good. What I like about this current side is I think where Tottenham have failed to succeed in all these years, and maybe that's the cutting edge difference between United and Tottenham, is just winning and consistency in winning. Tottenham have always struggled with that. And I think now you finally have a manager, Jose Mourinho, who I believe has won at the highest level. He's won everything there is to win in club football. And therefore, I think that maybe was all that was needed with this Tottenham side. So I think you guys are getting into a very interesting season. It's also Jose Mourinho's second season, and we know the second season phenomenon. But going into tomorrow's fixture and this particular game, I don't know, Alok. I still think that United have the upper edge irrespective of the kind of transfer business that we've done, because if you were to just look at the balance of both sides, I think Heung-min Son is still 50-50, although I know that he might just be cleared. I think Heung-min Son not being there, you've made good signings, but I don't think Gareth Bale, Vinicius will play this game. Reguilon, lots left. I still think Tottenham are getting into that mold, and therefore I feel United have a slight edge going into this fixture.
No, so the way I see this fixture is, right, knowing Mourinho firstly, and going back to all or nothing, the way he spoke to the team about Paul Pogba. He knows this side inside out. Let's not forget that. He knows the United side inside out. Also, he has a little bitterness to it towards the end, right? So this fixture for him is going to be important. He's going to want to beat United. And with what's happened in the transfer market, it will be really a big plus backing him and a big minus behind Ole, right? That being said, though, I would be very surprised if United don't at least draw this game. But Alok, back to you straight. Now let's talk about transfer activity. Reguilon and Bale are loan signings essentially. I mean, Reguilon is going to be. I know Reguilon has a buyback clause, and the way Madrid work is Madrid will take him back no matter what, even if they don't want him, right? Are you happy with these two part bid signings where next year you could again be at the same level? So Dele Alli is being pushed out of the squad right now, as of now.
So I think Dele Alli, taking that cue, I think Dele Alli is just media rumor. PSG tried to sign him again, and Levy blocked it. Daniel Levy like him. It's just, I think, it's just all about how media does it about Mourinho. You know, they always try to have that one player in the squad, which apparently, according to the media, that Mourinho is against. It was Ndombele
Of
earlier,
course.
then Dele Alli now. So I don't think there's much to see in that news. Reguilon, I'm not really sure whether they will take him next year or not. Probably year after that. Probably, but we don't know how the Mendy and Marcelo situation is going to develop there. They might go for Anthony Davis as well, who's now coming up as a great left back. Zidane himself doesn't really like Reguilon. It could also be because of the kind of Bale influence that there is on Reguilon. Reguilon is a huge Bale fan. He's always around Bale in the dressing room and in the training ground as well. So I think that could be one of the factors because of which Zidane doesn't trust Reguilon. But I didn't mind that. What now for this season, and especially for someone like Kane, we need to win We need to win a trophy. I don't care if it is because of a loan signings like Reguilon or Bale or whatever you call it. If we win a trophy this season, most of these players would want to stay back. Gareth Bale's agent has come out and said that he would want to stay here beyond this 1 year loan as well. So I think will be good. Will be good, I think. And I'm really happy with these two signings, no matter what.
Yeah. So Abhishek, we can wrap the transfer segment up quickly, and then Abby can tell us how United have, lagging behind. Obviously, the Reguilon bit was kind of a battle between the clubs. Abhishek, what do you think about your immediate signings apart from Bale and Reguilon? And how do you think genuinely this will propel Spurs to beat United firstly tomorrow, if that's what you think is going to happen? And secondly, maybe challenge top 4.
I think I'll agree with what Abhishek just mentioned a while back. See, I think if this fixture was say a few months down the line, like Javi rightly mentioned, we have just made these signings and most of them might not be available for tomorrow. And also, with Son being 50-50, we don't know whether he is going to be part of the squad or no. So if this fixture was, say, about a couple of months down the line, then definitely, I mean, we would have been we would have had an upper hand, is what I feel in the game tomorrow. But still, as I mentioned, we are optimistic. But as you mentioned about the signings, I'm pretty much happy. Yes, we wanted to cover a lot of bases. We were struggling, with Rose not being, in the squad and Davis not been performing that well. So I'm very happy with, by signing the left back. Also, the Bale signing is, I mean, it just came out of the blue for us. So I think none of us, actually expected that to happen. And also, signing a right back was a really good move for us because, Aurier, we've always complained, he's not someone who's, defensively that strong. And also his balls coming in from the right, haven't been up to the mark. So I think that was a good signing as well for us. So overall, I think we are very, very happy. We've got a striker as well who's like a better. I wouldn't say he's better than Harry Kane, but at least he's I wouldn't call him a backup. He's as good as a lead striker, and he can he'll just replace Harry Kane straight away. So I think overall, I think I'm really happy with the kind of signings that we have done.
Yep. We'll come into the tactical aspect of this fixture, which promises to be mouth-watering, right? It's Jose versus Oli. Before I start that, a little bit of banter throwing in. I think the reason you guys got Bale is because we didn't want him. But anyway, let's come back to Jose versus Oli. I think more than the battle on the pitch, right, between the 11 on 11, 22 men they're going to be there. I think the battle is also going to be in the tactics on the tactics board between Jose and Oli. What I like about both these managers is they both love to use the press. We know that, right? Like I said, high energy, counter-attacking football. The other thing about coming to Jose Mourinho and the way that he's going to set this team up. Look, United have one thing which I think might be a bit of our advantage, which is we have a very physically strong side. It's also rumored that Eric Bailly might start ahead of Lindelof. So you're talking about Bailly and Maguire, two towering, menacing defenders right there at the back, who I think Harry Kane has struggled to sort of get past in the past. I don't think Harry Kane has had a very good track record against United. Where I see Tottenham maybe and the Mourinho effect coming in is actually playing therefore on the periphery. I think your wingers are going to be absolutely critical going into this game. Not just the wingers in the form of if Son plays or if Lucas Moura or whoever else is playing in front, but your fullbacks who actually do the overlaps. And therefore, I think this game becomes very, very important for if Ndombele was to start in the middle or if Sissoko was to start in the middle. Creating that midfield pivot or those triangles with your wingers will become very, very important. At the end of the day, guys, our weaknesses, if I was to say in defense, might actually be if we have an inconsistent Luke Shaw, right, who gets caught out too much on the break. If we have an Aaron Wan-Bissaka who's trying to go ahead too much and again gets caught out on the break, like we saw against Brighton for United, right? We entirely exposed our right flank to Brighton and they should have scored 6 goals in that game. I think if Jose exploits that wing play and the fallacies of what I believe could be our weaknesses in our wing backs, I think that's where Tottenham might actually come in. From United, and maybe I'll let Annie come in after that. But I think our biggest threat, as always, is not going to be Bruno. It's not going to be Pogba. It's going to be Marcus Rashford. He loves scoring against Spurs, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think the way I see this game is, and Alok, you can after this we can just go straight into how you guys think your team will line up. The way I see this game is, I've already said it. I'll be surprised if United lose this game. Okay, I'll really be surprised if they lose this game. I don't expect a win. I actually expect a draw. So the way I see it is, I feel this is the game actually where Rashford might be overpowered, and I think all the emphasis will be on Anthony Martial showing up. And I feel like Abby said, it's not Pogba, it's not Bruno. Those are the guys are going to have to deliver. They have to deliver if United is going to result. Martial is a key player, maybe Greenwood, right? So Alok, coming to you, and Abhishek, you can chime in. You all can do the lineups together. How do you think Spurs will line up? Dele Alli has been a ruse by Mourinho. He's downplaying him the whole side. Suddenly he'll start against United. Or you expect to see the same lineup you did against in a Europa game?
Yeah, I think I see us going the same way that we played against Chelsea. I totally see Jose Mourinho going for a back three because both Doherty and Reguilon are really not. I mean, defending is not their strength. I genuinely believe both of them are really good as wing backs. Doherty has been caught out running backwards a lot of times. Reguilon, his pace is phenomenal. We saw against Chelsea the other day. He gave a lot of problems to Azpilicueta. So I think I totally see us going to moving to back three, and then Højbjerg as the single pivot, and then you can see Lo Celso playing in front of him, and then a front three of Son, Kane, and Lucas is what I genuinely believe. If Son somehow doesn't make it, I see Lamela starting in front of, ahead of Bergwijn, because Bergwijn had to play 90 minutes against in the Europa League game. And Lamela has that grit. He's a proper Argentine player. He's that Diogo Costa, Fabregas kind of a player who'll get stuck in, make some fouls, and he'll always be around the players. So I think if Son doesn't make it, I totally see Lamela starting, and we can see something like you rightly mentioned, Kane has struggled against United backline in the past. That could also be because it was Mourinho who was managing United, and with the tactical genius that he is, he could shut Kane off very nicely. But I think even if that's the case, we can see something like Southampton where Kane starts to drop back and create spaces for both the wingers, which is Lucas and Son, and you can see that counter-attacking football starting coming into the.
Yeah. So Alok, Abhishek, do you agree with what Alok has said? And do you have any closing comments on your lineup, or do you think it's going to be exactly what Alok said?
I think it's going to be exactly how Alok said. I mean, this is what has worked for us, and I think until we get Bale into action, I think we'll follow this. And I think he rightly mentioned about Lamela playing as well. He's been playing well of late. And we saw Bergwijn, play a lot of these games recently. So I think we will start with Lamela if Son isn't available for us. But otherwise, I think I'll pretty much go with what Alok has mentioned. Yeah.
Abby, we'll go straight to you with the United lineups then, and then we'll go close with our predictions. How do you think United is going to line up?
Not too many changes. I think the fundamental change will be Eric Bailly in for Victor Lindelof. David De Gea will keep his place. Luke Shaw, left back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Maguire and Bailly, Bruno Fernandes, Matic, Pogba, and our usual front three: Mason, Rash, and Mason,
Martial.
Rash,
Martial. You forgot Tony, man. Come on. What's happening? That's not fun. So, I kind of pretty much agree with you. The way United I see for them, this game is important. Wan-Bissaka has to show up. He's had a poor couple of games. He can't have a downer in this one. It could really be telling on him. And we need Paul Pogba to turn up in this game. We really need him to show up because that's the only way our attackers will free up in the front. Right now, it's too easy for them when he doesn't show up. He's kind of left free to do his thing, not doing the right job, right? So, gents, starting with Abhishek, give me your predictions for the game. Then Alok, then Abby, and then I'll close.
I think I'll go with a 2-1 Spurs. We'll definitely concede, is what I feel. But I think eventually, I'm expecting, and maybe one from Lucas is what my prediction will be.
Fair enough.
Alok?
I'll be very optimistic, and I think it will be 3-1 to Spurs. I know that this game will be, goals galore. We know that, the kind of games the kind of football that both teams play, like Abhishek rightly mentioned earlier. It's attacking game, it's with flair and whatnot. And Jose Mourinho, if you saw the game against Southampton, there were only 4 passes from the defense to the goal for all the 5 goals, maximum of 4 passes. So I think we're going to play with that energy again. And if Son comes back, that will be a huge boost for us. So 3-1 to Spurs is what I believe.
Abby?
Are we like amongst the clouds? Because clearly our guests seem to be amidst
Clearly.
But,
Clearly.
Like I said, if they're missing Heung-min Son, I think that's a very big miss for them. I don't think Tottenham, Abhishek said this earlier, he said that if this was a game, let's say 3 or 4 months later, maybe I would have been closer to the kind of result they're talking about. I just think right now, given that it's the games at Old Trafford, not that it makes too much of a difference anymore, but the games at Old Trafford, I just feel Oli will get the better of Jose once again. 2-1 for me, United.
Interesting. So I said this earlier, I'm going to double down on this. Just looking at the way United is and the little low on confidence right now, I think 1-1 is what I'm seeing. I'll be very surprised though if United lose this game. United cannot lose this game. I don't see them losing this game. This squad on its own has so much in it to go on runs. You've seen it. So they should see out the Tottenham side, especially without Son. For us to maybe peek it towards Abby's prediction, it's all Paul Pogba for me in this game. He has to be the difference, or else it'll be a 1-1. So thank you so much for being here, guys. We had a great conversation as always. We've had some funny comments, a little bit of banter from both the Abbeys over here. And, so looking forward to this fixture. It's going to be Ole versus Jose. They've been at each other's throats in the press conference. Let's hope that stays throughout the season. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel, like all our videos, turn on your notifications. Twitter, Instagram, as always, follow these gents as well. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so
I
much.
thought Annie was going to say, we'll see you guys in the Europa League.
Oh. I think pretty soon. The kind of group that you have, I think pretty soon.
That's right.